Oh, I love that RGB transition right there. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to Attacking the Darkness, which, by the way, just so everybody knows, it will be changing title now since we're entering the homebrew world. Yes. Yes, it is now going to be called the Adventurers Guild.
Oh, we went with my name.
Yes, I did choose your name.
Awesome.
It simplified it. Hi everybody in the chat, and I'll just go ahead and say this is going to be episode 1 of the Adventurers Guild. It picks up right off where we left off from Waterdeep. Wow. Look, it's been like a year, I think, almost. When was the last time? It was like September of last year or August of last year when I had to stop. Yeah. So it's been a hot minute since the last time we've done any broadcasting or used any
full school year.
Oh yeah, that's true. So it's been interesting, but nonetheless we are now back and we are now live and we are continuing. So last time on Attacking the Darkness, the party had completed their task of recovering the dragons, the gold, from the pit and distributed them amongst the city with the help of Rainier and other key figures in the city. They all decided to head back to Full Skull Manor and the tavern. Upon laying down for a rest for the night, Nephrimarax got up and sneakily went downstairs, grabbed Zamul's shield off the wall, and began to make a silent exit without telling any of his comrades what was going on. Upon exiting the tavern, he was met by a very familiar but unknown to all character who charmed him and stole him away in the middle of the night, dropping the shield in the middle of the street. Where we pick up is that morning after, with all of our players waking up for the day. So, players, I ask, what would you like to do?
No one speak first. So I assume where you said early morning?
It is early morning, and you are all beginning to slowly rustle and wake up.
I'm going to go downstairs to the main area and find food.
Okay.
Just rummaging for food.
So, Penelope makes her way out of the lodgings portion of the tavern and down into the main dining hall. Penelope, while you're in the main dining hall, you suddenly hear on the door, bum, 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 bum. Loud rapping. Loud rapture. Uh-oh, we lost, hold on. We lost somebody. Now we
lost Skid.
Yeah, we lost him. We brought him back.
We have 2 Skids now.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. It just closed.
Hold on. Hold on.
Of course.
Hold on.
Closed.
Hold on. Okay, which one's the actual one I need to add? It's just Skid, straight Skid, right?
Just straight, yeah.
Right.
Yes, Skid.
Let me bring you back in. Sorry,
Oh,
everyone.
boy.
We had it in more tech problems. You know, hooray, internet. Nobody can hear what you're saying, Michael.
Good.
Nobody cares.
I care.
Whoops.
That's because you're my friend.
Damn straight.
All right. Let me transition that. There we go. Now, okay. Give me a word here, Michael.
Oh, word.
There you go. All right.
Hello.
You are now able to be heard
Okay.
on the stream. Sorry about that. Okay, so
Good.
Penelope, you hear loud rapping on the door. Bum, 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 bum.
So, with a pause and a heavy sigh, Penelope walks to the front door and opens it.
Okay. What? Anybody else? What? Are you all making your way down in the morning? Are you all staying in your room?
Yeah, I'm waking
Yeah.
up. I'll head down.
Okay. You.
I'll down from a morning routine.
Okay. So everybody makes their way down into.
I'll head
Into the
down as
main.
well.
So you're all down. Penelope, you are met with the town's guard at the entrance
Ooh, is it one that we know?
of the door.
Oh, good.
This one is you may have seen him once or twice at the at the bar. Nothing that you recognize right offhand.
Okay, so it's not Crowley.
No.
Okay.
You got a bone to pick with him.
It just dawned on me. It'd probably also help if I start recording as well. So
Oh, yeah. Shame you missed out on that hot content at the beginning.
yeah, it's something to edit later on. Sorry about that. At least, I mean, it's broadcasting on Twitch, so I can always pull Twitch for what I've lost in the first 5 minutes. But, okay, so you see a town's guard. It's not one that you recognize, but probably one who's visited the pub hundreds of times because you are all friendly with the town's guard now.
Yeah.
He is standing at the door, and he's holding a very familiar shield. He looks at you, and he goes, excuse me.
Hey, that's ours.
Well, yeah, I happened to bring it back for you. I saw it out in the middle of the road. Is the proprietor of the pub in today?
I am.
You are not the proprietor of the pub.
I'm one of.
You are?
Yes.
That's impressive.
Isn't it?
I did not know that you were old enough to run a pub.
I said one of, not the.
Oh.
It's a group effort. Like
She
you know.
works with us. Yeah.
Oh, around the corner, Abigail happens to pop into the door. Oh,
Now there's two of.
Miss Abigail. It's a pleasure to see you. And he tips his
Very
hat.
rude.
Hello. Why do you have Zamul's shield?
I was trying to tell the little girl here. What's your name?
Her name is Penelope.
Penelope.
My name, I can speak for myself. I don't need everyone to talk over me like you're all giants.
Penelope. Gotcha. Penelope and Miss Abigail. How you do? Tips his hat again.
I get a tip of the hat.
I've happened to find this lovely shield out in the middle of the road during my walkabout. While I was walking about. What is it called? Patrol.
Walk about often?
Patrol. Sorry. Patrol. In the middle of my patrol last night, I happened to find this shield. I noticed it was yours because I've been here before.
The whole time Penelope's thinking, wow, this is a damning example of the level of police protection we can expect in this city.
You're
No wonder
very
we have to do
welcome.
everything.
I brought it back to you. I don't know why it was in the middle of the road, but I figured you folk would prefer. Damn it! I broke.
I'm sorry. Did
I
you find
figured.
anything else with it? Was there? Did they steal? Did someone steal? Did they rob from us or just throw away the shield?
I do not know. I just
You don't
saw
know?
it in the road, and I thought you want it back on your wall. I can say, because I am a town's guard, that there were a lot of footprints around the shield.
Well, it was in the middle of the road, so
you're right. I'm a keen investigator.
that's very observant of you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm gonna take the shield from him.
He hands the shield over.
Thank you.
Has the rest of the group come down and seen this spectacle yet?
I would like to think I've made it to the bottom of the stairs and just trying to endure the last half of that conversation.
Okay, so Penelope, you take the shield.
Yeah,
and the town's guard is kind of he's standing there. He goes, "Is there a problem? Do you think there's something I need to investigate? I am an investigator."
A very keen one at that. I'm gonna look around the room, and just see who's all here.
You see everybody except Nephmerax.
I'm going to mention that. Yeah, where's Nephmerax?
I'm going to shout, "We were robbed!"
A robbery? I can investigate that.
We'll take it. Abigail, you got this.
Thank you.
Oh.
May I come in?
Please.
Thank you. I will come in.
Would you like some Dr. Pepper? I mean, sorry.
I will take. Oh wait, I cannot drink right now. I happen to be working. So I will.
Oh my God!
I'll sit at the bar and wait. You said there's
Prop
another.
him up in the corner and let him be tied to it or something.
The town's guard sits at a table and waits for you all to kind of collect yourselves to see what you need, what you're missing. Apparently, because you don't happen to have another comrade down, so he waits for you.
Okay, so since Penelope just yelled we were robbed and it's obviously holding some wool shield, I'm going to look around the main tavern to see if anything else is out of place or taken.
From what you notice, I tell you what, give me a roll for perception. We haven't done it in a while. Give me that juicy perception roll.
My dice. Okay, perception. Let's see if I can see anything. Oh, I don't see shit. Let's see. 11.
11. The only thing that you happen to notice is what the town's guard had brought in is just the shield itself. Seems to be the only thing missing.
I also want to make an investigation.
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
While they're looking
I'll tell you what.
around,
Make an investigation check. Since you're going to investigate, see if you can find anything. So roll for an investigation.
Okay. Well, that's a nat one.
while they're looking around, Penelope is going to exclaim loudly, "We have nothing of value, and the one thing that we have of value they took and threw in the street." I don't understand who would steal from us.
Apparently, I'm just
Abigail.
I'm still waking up. Apparently,
you are so flabbergasted by this town's guard patrol and his mannerisms and his way he speaks that you're just like, what in the world is this guy? So you're just completely distracted. You don't even notice that the shield was missing off the wall.
Blatantly handed to Penelope right in front of him. Doesn't know the shield was missing.
I've been asleep for a year. Okay.
Okay, so knowing that Nephromax isn't downstairs with the rest of us, I'll go upstairs to see if I can check upstairs to see if I can find Nephromax and ask him.
Okay. You make your way upstairs into Nephromax's room. The door's closed.
Okay, I'll knock on the door.
No answer.
I'll knock harder and then Neff!
You wait. Doesn't seem to be an answer.
Does the door appear to be locked?
Give me a investigation check.
I was just going to ask Matt, would his character have locked his door?
Well, you didn't say that. You just you can't ask him that question.
You have to try the door.
I'm trying.
Are you gonna try and open the door just straight up, or are you gonna check it?
Sure, I'll try to open the door.
Okay, you try to open the door. The door,
He's a warlock. You never open a locked door. It'll kill you. I'm just kidding.
the
Sorry,
knob
man.
turns and opens freely.
Did it open?
Yeah, it opens freely, and you can step into the room.
I open the door and I look in.
Okay, you look inside. Give me a perception check.
Oh no, another one.
Mhm.
23.
Okay, you see a piece of parchment on the bed.
And I'll read it.
All right, there is a note that has been written, and it says, "Acquaintances, I have come to the decision that my path does not run parallel to yours. I leave you now with some parting words and some of your belongings that I did not feel proper with taking along with me. Penelope, I leave you your stilts and a scroll. May the stilts show you your full potential. Granite, I leave to you a crushed human skull, the symbol of inevitability of your future. You can also have the bag of holding and its contents." And the bag of holding is there on the bed as well. It's hard to miss. It's a rainbow bag of holding.
This is the ugliest son of a bitch I've ever seen.
Abigail, I leave to you this pouch of rare spices. You're a terrible cook. Salt is your friend. Erwin, I
Okay.
leave you my short sword and daggers. Try not to melt them all in one place. For those who did not see or missed in the last episode, a gelatinous acidic blob devastated some tool or some weaponry of the group.
That's more than Grim ever did. Stole my fucking gloves of thievery.
The irony of that.
It goes on to say, "Do not attempt to follow me. Do not attempt to stop me. My decisions are my own." You see that note.
I'm going to check the room just to make sure that something's not, like a window's not ajar or out of place, just to see if there's anything that looks like there was forced entry and this may not be his handwriting.
From your perception check, it looks legit.
Okay.
Because you rolled a 23. Everything looks as normal. The note looks normal.
Granite will rage.
All right. Burn a rage.
And then y'all hear some loud ass screaming from upstairs.
Okay. Run immediately upstairs.
Guess I'm going up there as well to check it out.
Everybody. Okay, so we have Erwin and Abigail dashing upstairs. Penelope.
I'm gonna look to the town's guard and be like, "Hey, you've done a great job. We'll take it from here. Please let Seth Crowley know that Penelope from Trollskull Manor says you've done a wonderful job and deserve a raise. Okay, bye now."
Well, thank you very much, but I'm here to help you. If there was a scream, I will come along with you.
He's just a big angry man. He's probably mad at something.
That's
It's no
okay.
big deal.
I will give him a hug.
Don't do that.
Why not?
Don't do that.
No. And he seems pretty insistent that he's going to follow you.
Well, okay. So
You tear
I
off,
guess I'm heading up there with the shield and the idiot with me.
and he follows behind. Everybody clusters around Granite, and you see Granite raging.
Okay, I guess I'm just gonna immediately take notice that Nephmerax is not here. What's going on?
You see in Granite's hand a piece of parchment.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna read it.
You grab the parchment, and there's nothing on it.
What are you raging about? What is? Did you get a paper cut?
Bastard.
Penelope busts in, opens the door. Oh my god, they've stolen Nephmerax! Why?
They've stolen someone? That might explain why there was a shield in the middle of the road.
That's not Nephmerax's shield.
Well, oh. Okay.
So
I'm Why did you bring him along, Penelope?
I tried to get rid of him. He
I'm
came.
I'm here to help.
Okay.
So, he's gone. And I'll hold the paper up, not knowing any different.
Yes.
That only I can
I-
read it. And I will
I'll-
show it blatantly to Abigail and say, "See,
I'll ask you again. Did you get a paper cut? Is that why you're raging? There's not. It's a piece of paper.
the words. He's gone. He's went on his way."
What words? There's nothing on here. Penelope, do you see anything on here?
Do I see anything with my magic eyes?
Yes.
With your magic eyes, are you casting
Yes.
any spells?
No.
You don't see anything.
Okay. I don't see any. I don't.
It's blank.
Do you leave a magic note? That's a thing magic people do.
I guess I would understand that he would do something like that to me. I would know him well enough that he would know he would do something like that. So,
Yeah, I'll let that go.
Hey. Hey, Granite.
yes.
I need you to calm down. It's a small room and there's a lot of people in here. And this real dumb guard might try to do something stupid.
But I'm curious.
I hand the guard the paper.
Thank you. There's nothing on it.
You're so good at this. What'd you say your name was again?
I did not give you my name.
Oh, sorry, that's very rude of me. What is your name?
My name is Hamelin.
Hamlin. You look like a Hamlin.
Thank you. I don't know what that means.
Hamlin, I think we've got it from here. There's nothing here. If we figure out what's going on, we'll file a report with the Towns Guard through you specifically, Mr. Hamlin.
Hamlin, he stops and he looks at you and he goes, I have a question.
Can I use like persuasion to help like get him to fuck off?
Maybe in a minute.
Okay.
You have a missing person, right?
Well, we're not sure of that because the one guy that read the note is a bit upset.
Okay. Will you calm down so we can talk?
How?
This is not going to
That's
end
the
well for
exact
him.
noise she makes.
I will calm down and tell them what I read from the note.
Oh. So, follow-up question, since that one answered my question at first. Do you think that your friend took the shield with him? And that's why it was in the road?
Why would he?
Does he have any special ties to that shield? I'm an investigator.
No, it's just you. I hear him just fine.
You know what? Yeah, yeah. There's some history there between Nephrax and the guy that wielded that shield.
But here's the thing, Hamlin.
Yes.
Why would he take the shield and then throw it in the street?
That's a good question. I did see footprints outside. Remember, I'm an investigator.
Oh,
God
Faze
damn
can't
it.
hear you.
Oh, you can't?
No.
Uh-oh, what happened?
Hold on. I think he's gonna need to reconnect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he
reconnect,
froze.
Reconnect.
Yeah. Pop out and pop back in. Sadness.
Wirecast is so good, you guys. Oh, do we leave Steph too?
I think they had an internet issue.
Ah,
That would explain why they've dropped.
yeah.
Give it a second. I hope everybody is enjoying Hamlin.
It's hard to say yes or no.
Okay, check.
You're back. We're just waiting on Steph to come back.
Oh, he's kind of my favorite NPC at the moment.
All Daniel's NPCs are weird and funny.
I try.
Did you dump his intelligence stat or something?
It's just one of those things that I figured this would be a great way to start off the first episode.
He
Yeah,
couldn't.
and-
I mean, he couldn't have a low intelligence. He's a good investigator.
I'm an investigator. I can see things.
I'm gonna tell you who you sound like as soon as I remember who it is. I'm gonna look it up because you remind me of somebody from one of the video games that we've played in the past.
We are all back. So, okay. So Hamlin just had mentioned that he saw there were footprints around the shield, as he had mentioned previously.
Not to be a contrarian, Hamlin, but you said you found it in the street, and wouldn't it be weird if there were no footprints in the street?
You broke him.
But maybe. I guess. I tried to be an investigator.
Were they
You're-
suspicious footprints?
I
Okay,
don't
so I'm
know.
gonna go downstairs and I'm gonna have Hamlin show me the footprints since he's our favorite.
Okay, I could show you the footprints.
Sounds good.
Follow him outside. Hamlin
Hey,
leads
we
you.
found Nephromax replacement. Come on, Hamlin.
He's not going to be part of the group.
I like being parts of a group. That's
You're
why
already
I
part of a
joined
group,
the
Hammond.
Towns
You're an
Guard.
esteemed member of the Towns Guard. Seth Carley would be devastated if you left.
You all follow Hamlin out into the street, and Hamlin points out in a location that there happens to be. This is where the shield. He points out where the shield was located, and of course, there's no footprints anymore because the morning has already been dawned and people have been walking around. But you do notice that on the porch to your, I guess technically it'd be to true north from Troll Skull, the private investigator's residence.
Right.
He's standing out on the porch, and he's watching y'all.
Gonna go talk to him.
Okay, make your way over.
And now this is like an actual investigator, right?
This is the private investigator of Troll Skull Alley. You've talked to him before in Waterdeep. He's given you good information previously.
Yeah, let's
Abigail, you know, you have a pretty good tie with this person.
Okay,
If
I'm
I
gonna
remember
say
correctly.
that I'm gonna give Hamlin benefit of the doubt here and ask the actual investigator to maybe look in on this matter.
He turns to you and says, he goes, "There's not much that I could tell you other than it seems last night while I was prowling, your purple friend met up with a very large group of cloaked figures. He dropped something in the street and left with them. I was not
join
close enough to
Abigail.
hear.
Interesting. That's is that all the information you got for me?
Unfortunately, that's all I happen to have. I was on another job.
Understandable. That you've done more than enough. I appreciate it. Yeah. So, turns out Nephmarax met up with a bunch of other like hooded, robed figures, and took off with them. Apparently dropped an item in the street. I assume the shield, and took off with them.
Hamlin, upon hearing this, says, "Do you think they kidnapped him?"
That's possible.
I am a good investigator. I am going to go report this.
So he didn't say he went unwillingly. He said he met up with them and left.
I don't know if he's gonna chime in. I'm still over in the dirt where the shield was found, and I'm be like, "You haven't read us what the note said. You left in a huff."
Hamlin, who happens to have the note, looks at it and says, "There's nothing on it."
The note wasn't for you, Hamlin. Magic people are like that.
He hands you the note. "Here you go. Magic, I guess."
He hands me the note, or
Hands you the
Granite?
note.
Oh, Well, it's not for me either. I don't think. I'm gonna cast detect magic and see if I can read it.
You can cast detect magic. There is some sort of magic that's been placed upon the note, but it's not going to give you the ability to read it.
Okay. Well, it's magic, and I can't read it.
I did tell everybody upstairs what the note said.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, does the investigator know where this happened? Where this meetup happened?
From the information that you had gotten, that this was right out in front of the tavern.
Okay, let me go investigate the area.
Okay.
With detect magic up, can I see any traces of magic in the area?
Fuck, are you kidding me? That's my second nat 1 investigation.
Damn. All right, Abigail.
Go get some coffee, damn it.
The crit monster is dead. The crit monster is dead. You seem to be having issues with all the people in the hustle and bustle that you just can't put anything together at the moment. And
I'm gonna go get some coffee.
Penelope, I want you to roll a d20.
Okay.
And add your what is it?
Hopefully not intelligence.
No, add your what is it? Arcane
My Arcana?
yeah, add your Arcana, sorry.
Okay.
Make an Arcana check. Yes.
No, just add Arcana. You know,
15.
15?
Yeah.
Okay. Traces of some sort of magic possibly happened in this location. You don't know how long ago, but something was here.
I'll look over towards Granite and Abigail's back as she walks away to get coffee. Some magic happened here, but I can't tell what because it's been too long.
I'm too tired for this. I'll be back in a minute.
So here's my question to the group. If Nephmarax, what are the odds that Nephmarax would be kidnapped on the day that he gives us a note telling us that he was leaving?
Yeah, and he said not to follow him and everything too, so yeah.
Was he... There's no way he'd be kidnapped inside the place, and we wouldn't know.
No, he left on his own, just like Grim. I say as I hold the rainbow bag of holding.
You hear Hamlin chime in at this very tense moment, and he goes, "Are you trying to find this person?"
He doesn't want to be found.
"But do you want to find him?"
I've had enough of Hamlin, so I go inside to get coffee.
So I guess it's
This music
just...
is so necessary right now.
You're welcome.
It's hard to keep straight.
So I guess it's just me and Erwin standing outside now.
Yep.
Hamlin makes a he looks at Granite, walks off. He goes, "Okay, I understand. Let me say this before I leave. If you need to try and find a guy, what the town's guard has done, we have done in the past, is used some clerics. Now, there are also a group of clerics in Waterdeep that can help you out with some scry power. They will be able to see where they went, or whoever you're looking for. We've done this before. We've done this before on you." And he points at Penelope.
She looks shocked and a little angry. What do you mean you've scried on me?
"Oh, You weren't supposed to know that, but I let it out anyway. I am going to get yelled at anyway. Let's
Hold on.
ignore
No,
that.
no, no,
and
not
we're
anyway.
going to say,
No. As he's talking and she's getting angry, you see this big ass spider come out from under her hood on the side of her head.
look, I don't need any spiders. If you need a cleric, go to the Spires of the Morning. Okay? They have clerics that can find people. They also have clerics that can heal people, and it looks like I may need them here pretty soon.
Thank you, Hamlin. Please let Crowley know I'll be coming to see him soon.
Okie dokie. Goodbye. And he turns and walks away.
Penelope looks at Erwin, says, I'm going to kill Crowley.
First, let's get coffee.
Where did he say those clerics were?
Spires of the Morning.
Spires of the Morning.
Spires of the Morning.
I'm not taking notes. I'm going to take notes after I review the video.
That's fine.
My brain hurts right now.
Your brain always hurts.
I guess we'll head back inside and inform the group that we have 2 things on our list to do today.
So we get inside. I'm going to tell Granite and the guys that Hamlin advised us that if we want to find him, we need to go to the Spires of the Morning and find a cleric, because that's what they have done in the past to find people.
Granite will Irish up his coffee.
Hey, do you think it's Spires of the Morning is in sad morning or early morning?
Ooh.
Like, you know what I mean? Like someone
Yeah.
died, so we're mourning, or it's too early for this morning.
Wow.
It really is too early for this for me. The wheels are just stuck in the mud. Okay.
So all that
Granite's just distraught. He's looking at the table, drinking his coffee. I assume I'm sitting adjacent to Abigail, wherever she ended up. Abigail.
Did we lose Abigail?
No,
No.
I'm here.
Still drinking his coffee.
Yeah, nat ones. I'm ready to just kind of let you guys take charge for a little bit.
This is what happens when you lose your dice.
Yeah, no,
it is.
yeah, that's it. Because you're using digital dice. It's punishing.
Change
better.
the digitals.
I hate digital dice so much.
You'll have to find your dice so you can roll your crits again, man.
That guy's name was Hamlin. Was it Ham?
LIN.
Okay.
All right, we spent a lot of time with Hamlin, so let's try to speed this part up. I'm going to get my liquid courage in, and I'm going to get ready to go find this temple so we can talk to the clerics.
Okay.
When everybody's ready to join me, Granite will be outside.
I'm there.
I'll follow out.
While everyone's drinking alcohol this early in the morning, Penelope has put on the stilts and has levered herself up high enough to put the shield back on the wall.
Yeah, use those stilts.
Oh, so you're putting the shield back on the wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless anyone wants to bring it with.
No, I will assist of the hanging of the shield.
I had been thinking the whole time, like, I was like, how many chairs do I need to stack to get her tall enough to put this back on the wall? And you're like, you get stilts. And I'm like, dope. Solve that problem.
I'll just stand there as she precariously stands on the stilts and make sure she doesn't fall over.
Okay.
Give me a dexterity check.
Oh, boy. I'm actually good at those, so I'm okay. I'm not
Abigail-
rolled a 3.
Abigail's just like, I'm tired of being yelled at by Penelope for trying to help, so I'm just going to let her do what she wants to do.
Does he get advantage because I'm trying to make sure that she doesn't fall?
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 3, so I had 6 total.
6 total?
Yeah.
You
Advantage would be useful.
fall, but Granite grabs you
Dope.
and puts you back up.
Cool.
These are hard to use.
All in good time.
Evil DM laugh. Okay, so what is the group planning to do?
I'm going to ask TJ this. Is Penelope going to continue to wear the stilts?
The thought had crossed my mind, and I was actually just thinking of that before you asked.
I knew, and that's why I'm asking, because I also know our DM's going to be an asshole about you traveling at half speed.
You're not proficient in stilts yet.
No, she won't use them. After, she'll teeter around trying to go to the door and just be like, you know what, I'll practice this later. This seems important.
Okay.
All right. All right, so you all slowly make your way out after Penelope's goofing with the stilts and hit the streets of Waterdeep. None of y'all know where the Spires of the Morning are.
Nope.
I was going to ask that if we'd heard of that, but I don't think it's ever come up.
Fine, let's ask around.
Okay.
Wait, how long have we been in this town?
A long time.
We've
How
been
lo-
in a long time, so
how-
how do we not
yes.
know where things are?
Well, how often have you been in the castle ward? That's the
Just
question.
asking.
I don't think
There was-
you've only been in the castle ward once, as far as I can recall.
Is that near the Black Tower?
No.
Nope, then I wouldn't have any reason to know that.
So
Penelope will use her awesome investigation skills and ask around.
roll it. Give me that investigation check.
It's a
Where's Hamlin?
3. It's a 3 plus not enough.
You encounter Hamlet. No, I'm kidding.
God.
I could tell you where it's at.
I told you we were going to need him. That's like having find the path.
I guess I'm gonna try and investigate then and try to figure
one.
it out. Please, no that runs.
Fuck you, digital dice. I rolled a digital dice. And got a 20.
Investigation.
I know, I saw that.
Investigation.
Oh, did you?
That's better.
That's a 6.
Okay, between the two of you,
You know what?
it takes the better part of half a day, but eventually you make your way over to the castle ward and locate the Spires of the Morning.
Is that like a sign?
Well, the building itself, it's a very round, multi-towered building.
No sign though.
No sign.
With the name spelled out.
No, but it is. You happen to see the emblem of the patron deity of the Spires in the Morning, Lathander, above the door.
I believe this might be the place.
Neat. I walk in.
You walk in.
Don't knock.
All right. Abigail walks up to the door, pulls it open, steps right inside.
Penelope is right on her heels. All bold. Let's do this.
All right. Both of you just full blown go in. Anybody else following?
No. Oh, gosh.
Erwin stays outside and watches Granite.
I'm standing outside watching this happen.
Okay, Granite stays outside and watches it happen.
I just look at Granny and shake my head.
All right, so y'all enter the building, walk straight inside. You're standing in a massive hall and a very large circular room. And you see across the way a couple of clerics that are walking through the building, minding their own business. One of them looks very strange. Something you've never seen before. Actually, technically, it's kind of similar to something you've seen before.
Uh-huh.
It almost looks like one of the automatons that you've seen for that you chased in the past,
Like
but
a
not,
nimble right?
huh?
Like a nimble right?
Yeah,
Wasn't his name Nim or something? What was his
Nim
name?
the Nimble Right,
Nim,
kind
yeah,
of,
yeah.
but
Penelope's-
not. Okay,
Penelope's gonna elbow Abigail and be like, "Hey, that thing looks like a thing like Nim."
Vessel, you see two
bigger.
people barge into the middle of your building, and they're sitting there gawking and staring around, and they're staring at
Penelope
you.
is hard gawking.
Yeah.
He's not even trying to be subtle at all.
Awesome. Just standing over there like,
What is that?
She's a kid. She's gonna hard gawk.
all right, I will make my way over. Can I help you with something?
Yep.
Yes. I guess we're going to explain the situation and what we are in need of.
Okay.
I'll
Yeah.
make my way in while the conversation's happening then.
I'll follow Granite.
All right, y'all both follow in. Vessel, they explain to you that they have a missing comrade that the town's guard had mentioned, and specifically have named Hamlin. Has mentioned that with the possibility that there could be some assistance in scrying on the location of this said party member that has gone missing. And to your knowledge, to your knowledge, that Prior Athoser has been the one that has assisted in these location-based services for the town's guard.
Prior
what was-
who?
Prior
Yeah,
Athosar, Athosar.
Uh-huh.
That is not, or I should say, that is a coincidence. Okay, we'll just leave it at that. That is a coincidence. That is nothing.
That wasn't intentional.
Not intentional. I just happen to have a really cool username. That's all. So,
All right. Do you have anything that this individual would have had in their possession shortly before they went missing? That could've-
Abigail turns around in like just frustration. I'll be right back.
No, I'm standing there with the rainbow bag of
We have the
holdings.
bag.
Oh, okay.
that's true.
We all have our items.
I'm
Yeah.
carrying this thing. That look like a,
Granite walks in and holds
I
up the
guess-
bag.
So he was in possession of this item before he went missing.
yes.
That should suffice. Would I know where DM? Would I know where Athazar is?
You would know that Athosar is probably in his office at this point in time in the day, since it's late afternoon. Morning services have already ended. Noon services have already ended. This is probably 2-3 o'clock right now. Evening services are probably being prepared.
Okay. Do me a favor. Wait here. I will summon Athazar for you.
Hey, what's your name?
My name is Vessel.
Hi.
Abigail, nice to meet you. I'm gonna sit down.
Abigail sits down in the middle of the hall.
I'm
Abigail's
Penelope.
like,
And
"It's
she's
been a
gonna
long day."
she's gonna scoop the giant spider off her head and be like, "This is Crackers." Sometimes he's an owl, but I don't know why he's not right now.
Hello, Crackers.
Crackers is spider.
And then I will turn and leave.
Okay, you make your way to Athazar's office, and Athazar sitting behind his desk, rifling through papers, basically looking busy at the time. He turns up, looks, "Oh, Vessel, what can I do for you?"
We have some travelers who seem to have lost a friend recently, and they were hoping to utilize your abilities to try to find this person.
Ah, another scrying request. Typically, we only do that for the town's guard.
Well, I've heard of this group before. I don't know the individuals, but I've heard of them in passing. They're... Crap, I forgot what their name was.
That's because y'all picked a piss poor name back in the day because you picked it at the last second. I'll give you the opportunity to rename yourselves.
Would he know that we were the owners of the tavern?
The Troll Scroll Manor.
I don't know. Would I?
I
don't think I would have ever gone there.
No.
Didn't you mention that when I explained the situation, I mentioned Hamlin?
You did mention Hamlin, but Vessel didn't mention Hamlin.
Okay.
I am as Vessel. I would have been vaguely familiar with their
you would have
distribution of wealth amongst the city.
Right. That made a huge impact on the city itself. As for the group
personally
name,
just forgot the group's name. So
it's because it was the bad group name.
So we used it one time.
Once. So you can rename yourselves at this point. I will allow you to do that. You don't have to decide upon it right now. Please figure it out. It's something that is memorable instead of the good bad guys or whatever it was. I don't even remember.
Move it. We'll add it in post.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here it is.
So anyway,
right here.
I tell Athazar that it's the people from that group.
Oh yes. Okay. For them, we will make an exception. Take me to them. And he gets up and follows.
I lead the way.
All right. Shortly thereafter, Vessel returns with a high cleric, more or less, in a high cleric style clothing, white robes, gold trim, big pontiff hat, wearing the symbol of Lathander on the neck.
This is Athazar. He can assist.
Yes. I've heard of your group, and normally we only do this for the town's guard, as our skills are quite impressive sometimes. We'll make an exception for you, given your history and generosity to the town of Waterdeep. Can I have the item?
I'm holding it in front of me.
Okay. He will take the item. And he says, please follow me. We will go to a scrying chamber. And he begins to walk off towards a door that's off to the side of the room. Everybody follows behind. And he goes inside. Takes the item and sets it upon a table that's in the middle of a room. Positions himself in front of it, holds his hands out, closes his eyes, and then suddenly you start to see glyphs appear in the floor in the pedestal. Golden glyphs of symbols of Lathander and the all-seeing eye, and all these different glyphs, things that you've never seen before, writing that you've never seen before, all light up. And I need to roll 2 d20s.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
Oh, shit. All right. That was interesting. Okay, so he stands and he begins, you see his face get frustrated. He gets angry. And then he breaks free. And he turns and looks at you, he goes, I'm sorry. There is great magic at play that can block my sight of whoever this person is. This is unorthodox in this case. I'm afraid at this point in time, I'm unable to see your friend. And just so you know, I rolled a natural 20 on the defense of the scry.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I mean, that's fair. So,
That's why I was like, ooh. So, unfortunately, at this time, the scry has failed.
Well, he wasn't kidding when he said they have impressive abilities.
Athazar looks to the party. He goes, I am sorry. We can try again in a little while. At this point, though, whoever has put up this field that I cannot see past, that is very concerning. It is something that we will have to meditate on.
Before we meditate, I have 2 questions.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Penelope.
Hello, Penelope.
That's not a question. Why was the town's guard scrying on me?
He looks confused. He's like, Athazar's like, what?
I was told by an informant in the town's guard that I was being spied upon from your spire of... Is it sad morning or early morning? I don't know.
Morning. It's the spire of morning.
Which way do you spell it?
Not morning. Not you're not
Like the
mourning
break of
anybody.
dawn.
It's the break of dawn.
Okay. Thank you for that.
There's
But
no
I was told you had been spied on me for the town's guard. I don't know if you did it.
Typically, I'm the one who would do any scrying for the town's guard, as it is sensitive information for the guard itself. I don't recall you at all, but there may have been an instance once or twice. I can't say for certain.
Do I believe him?
Roll-
Did I hear Hamlin wrong? I didn't
roll-
hear Hamlin wrong, right?
Do
No.
you want to roll an insight check?
I would like to. I don't
Roll
think
an
my
insight
insight's very
check.
good. I'm not rolling that one die. It keeps fucking me over.
I will roll against
Ooh.
you.
That's better. Insight. Not super great, but it's pretty good. Rolled a 17.
You can read on his face that he is probably telling half-truths in this instance. That maybe what he's saying is not true all the way, more or less.
Penelope looks really frustrated. Okay. Second thing, do you always need to have an item to find someone?
No, we can perform the ritual without an item. The item generally makes it easier to locate. In this instance, since you had the item, and my sight was blocked, like I said, that is very concerning. Normally, nothing escapes my eyes.
Super. My second question.
Wow.
This is a minor, please don't. My second question is, I'm looking for a wizard, and I know he may be hard to find.
You have a
it's
name.
important. Do I have his name. It's the fuck is his name? Hold on. It's been a real long time since I've looked at this.
It was something in the red.
Oh yeah, D'Amato,
that's it. Yeah.
the red. He's
D'Amato
a
the Red.
dragonborn wizard.
Uh-huh.
He's red for obvious reasons.
Can you describe facial features? Something. Give me a little bit more.
He has. What'd you say you wanted on him? A big goatee?
Yes.
Was that it? Yeah. he has-
It was. There were very large. What do they call them? Chops.
oh right, mutton chops.
Yeah, mutton chop. Very large mutton chops. Very bushy, large mutton chops.
He has these big, gross mutton chops, and he's big, like Abigail, but not big like Abigail. He's He's skinny like a shitty wizard.
Granite chokes on air because I just listening to that. Skinny like a shitty wizard.
Skinny like a shitty
Sorry.
wizard. There you go. That's your quote of the
Oh
game.
God.
Skinny like a shitty wizard.
Oh my goodness.
That's good.
Oh my
He
God.
he turns and looks at you, Penelope. He goes, "I can make an attempt with that information. Without anything in more detail, this will be difficult. But I can make a try, specifically for you, since you have done a great service to the city."
I'm trying to think of any more details, but I really didn't come up with what he looks like. So I mean, if you wanted to go wild with this description, that's on you.
No, I think it was a red dragonborn with large mutton chops, cloaked, that you recall.
Shitty skinny.
If I remember correctly, it was also
Fucking dead.
ice blue eyes.
Yeah, ice blue eyes. Yeah.
All right. Would you like me to make a roll?
Please.
Okay. The ritual begins once more. I have the dice. That is. Oh. Once again, you begin to see his face become frustrated and twisted, and the spell breaks, and he looks and goes, "This is unorthodox. This is, once again, my sight cannot pierce." It's like, "I'm sorry, little one. Whoever this person is has great magics as well.
Yes.
This is unbelievable."
Well, thank you for trying. Maybe I'll come back if I can find something more on him. Fucking wizards.
More information would definitely be helpful. For clarity's sake, the roll to perform for the scry that he performed was a natural 1 against a 13. That was dice rolls, not modifiers.
Sad.
Nice.
So close yet so far away.
Very far away, indeed. At this point, he turns to the group and he goes again. I'm sorry, but we can always try again later. And as Athazar is speaking, Granite, in your head, you suddenly start hearing words. And I wish I would have. I wish I would have.
Wrote them down?
Well, no. I wish I would have verified accent. So please forgive me.
Oh, yeah. I love Brad accents.
So this is off the cuff again. "Hello, Volo here. A shifter named White Oak at the Yawning Portal is asking about other shifters. You were the only one I could recall." That was a bad Volo.
I haven't talked to Volo in a long time, so
Right.
just hearing the voice has kind of thrown me off. But hearing the name that was given, I know immediately that when he said he was at what he was where I was
Yawning Portal.
at the Yawning Portal.
Yeah, another message comes through. "This shifter looks in poor health. Would be wise to bring someone who can rectify wounds."
Okay, so, man, I keep getting all this information. People are gonna think I'm crazy.
Gonna?
Well, yeah. Granite's had a sketchy history lately. I will thank Athazar for his time and I'll make my way out of the room and see who follows.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll. You know what? Abigail's gonna take notice and follow behind.
Did you tell us what you heard, or are you just wandering off?
I stepped out of the room.
Oh.
Does everybody follow Granite out?
Did I notice anything on Granite's face as he was like having that little conversation with Volo?
Give me a give me an insight roll. Granite, give me a deception roll if you're trying to hide your.
Oh no,
Right.
I would have just reacted to the. I would have just kind of looked around if I'd have heard the voice just suddenly.
Okay, then give me an insight check then, Abigail.
While they're all doing that, Penelope has closed her eyes and is meditating, waiting for the next chance to scry.
That's an 18.
18. Yeah, there's definitely something on Granite's mind at the moment from that instance.
Okay, so in that case, yeah, definitely following.
All right, Abigail follows you out.
Okay.
I'll stand and wait for Penelope so she's not alone.
She is under the impression that we're going to be able to do this like within the next 30 minutes, so that's going to be up to everyone else to.
Come on, Merwin, get in there.
Athazar looks down and he goes, "Is there anything else I can do for you, young one?"
You said we'd meditate and then try again.
I did not mean today.
Oh. How soon?
Maybe
Can I come back?
tomorrow.
Can
I do have a life outside of scrying on people. I have a busy schedule.
I will
I've
pay
made
you.
time for you today.
I will donate to your order. I will give you all my money. I have stilts.
I don't need
Penelope.
stilts.
Penelope,
11.
let's go.
You have to remember, she's 11 and very impetuous.
This is also something she has been. This is a very thing
Adamant.
for her.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come back. I'll be back.
That would be
gonna-
wise.
I'm gonna look at Penelope before she leaves, and I'm gonna look down at her, all the way down, because I'm nearly 7 feet tall.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna say we have very little need for stilts around here.
If you give me 5 to 10 minutes, I will say that to your face.
While y'all are having that conversation, Abigail, you and Granite step outside.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna ask Granite what's up. Something seems off with you.
Granite's having a rough time with this because everybody keeps leaving. So he's dealing with that. And then he'll start telling Abigail that I received a message from Volo while we were sitting in the room.
Well, that's a name I haven't heard in a while.
I know. It took me a minute to realize who I was talking, but he mentioned my brother has been looking for me, and that he's at the yawning portal. He seems to be in some pretty bad in a pretty bad shape.
Your brother?
Yes. I've not told y'all much about my past or my history, so I did indeed have a brother. I also have a sister. But he's in town looking for me. I need to make my way to the yawning portal.
Okay. You said he's in need of like some aid?
Volo said he looked like he was in pretty rough shape.
Okay. Would you like me to accompany? I might be able to help in that regard.
And as Granite has not thought about being in a place where clerics, because he's in a bad spot in his head. I'm telling you guys, my wheels are not. I'll make my way back. I'll hang on just a second, Abigail, and I'll make my way back into the room and see if Erwin and Penelope are still sitting there.
Penelope is squared off with Vessel.
I'm reaching out to try and tell Penelope, let's go, give them a break, we'll come back.
Do you hear how condescending it was to me? Because he's so tall and he's like a big robot thing. What are you? I'm sorry. What are you? Are you a Nimblewright? I've seen a Nimblewright, but you're bigger.
I
And you're wearing clothes. Nimblewrights didn't wear clothes.
I am not familiar with nimble rights.
They're smaller versions of you, like shitty versions of you.
Shitty wizards.
Shitty wizard skinny.
That's going to be a new term.
God, we got to put that on a t-shirt or something.
Can't wear that.
Skinny like a shitty wizard.
Skinny.
Oh man.
For anyone tuning in that doesn't understand, Penelope does not like wizards.
She is a sorcerer.
Okay, so this is going on. Granite's going to Penelope. I'm going to
Yes.
need your assistance.
Yes.
I'm going to have to make my way to the yawning portal to speak with Volo.
Oh, what's going on there?
We just received a message from him that my brother has made his way into town.
Oh, I didn't know you had a brother.
There's a lot of things people don't know about me.
That's true. Me too. We both have secrets. Lots of secrets.
Well, come on. You come with me and we'll keep our secrets. We'll talk.
Is he in good health? Does he need healing? Because I can heal.
It's amazing that you ask that because no, he's not.
Well,
We're
it's a good
so
thing.
bad at this.
It's a good thing that I'm also a healer. Let's go with haste. I'm just kidding. She doesn't say that. Hey. What vessel?
Nestle.
Right? No, vessel. I said vessel.
Yes,
What
how
do you-
can I help you?
What are you up to? Do you want to hang out?
I do not know how to respond to that question.
Well, listen here.
He checks his robe to make sure something's not sticking out the side.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
You want to
comment
hang
on
out? I don't.
Well, listen here. So, from what I gather, Granite's brother is in need of healing, and I can heal. And she can heal, but we're not super great at it. Are you good at healing? Can you heal? You're a cleric, so I think you can heal. We had a cleric. There was a cleric here in the group once, but I don't think he was very good at healing, so the jury's out on clerics.
Oh man, TJ, did you
Oh,
practice
my
for this?
God.
Because that
No.
11-year-old shit's coming through like
That's
fucking amazing.
I just turn off the filter, so I just let it come out.
This is amazing.
Fucking
His
killing me.
inner child.
I love Penelope so much. She just.
Do you want to come?
I can assist.
I will turn my attention to Vessel. Like any assistance you could give us would be greatly appreciated, as this is my family.
My primary job here is focused on healing. So
We may be of need. We may be of need of your aid. I'm sorry. I can't talk.
Do we need to rate you? Do we not rate you? That sounded wrong. I'm sorry. Do we need to pay you? Do we need to pay someone? Does someone need money?
a donation to the spires is always welcome, but not required.
I fished 10 gold out of my pocket. Handed it to him.
Jesus, and you were yelling at us last game about fishing gold.
I don't know what's a good donation. You guys, I intend to abuse this whole scrying thing, so consider this a down payment. She winks at the
Oh, no.
scry dude.
It's great. Avazar.
Yeah.
Avazar looks at Penelope and goes, I understand. I'll see you again.
I pass the 10 gold over to Athazar.
He takes it. He goes, I will excuse myself at this point in time. Vessel, if there is something that you can help this group with, please do so. I will be in my office for the evening preparing for evening services.
Understood.
And
So with that,
Athazar-
I'll turn and I'll
Excellent.
make sure that everybody's in tow.
We did it, guys. We got Matt's character in.
Yeah, thanks for poignantly poking at me for my write-in.
He looks hurt. We're in a place full of clerics. I can heal. Let's go.
Well, when you said that, I was like, well, the bad thing is there's 2 people in the group that are pretty okay at healing. But we did it. We got it.
We did it. Okay, so I'm thinking everybody is off making their way now to the yawning portal.
Star wipe.
I do explain
RGB.
to those that weren't in the immediate circle that I guess it would have been Erwin that I received a message, blah, 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 blah.
Erwin, you have no idea who Volo is.
Nope.
Penelope goes on a rant the entire time we're walking about who Volo was and what happened. The whole thing leading up to us getting the manor.
It's like an 11-year-old telling you everything that they've done in one day, and they're super excited about it, except they're not.
Been there.
Okay. Smash cut to the yawning portal. You're all outside, and you make your way to interior. It is as bustly as it has ever been. Fortunately, there are no trolls this time crawling out of the pit. And in the distance, you catch a glimpse of Volo, who's sitting at the table with another who looks similar to Granite. And Volo catches the group and waves to bring your attention to him.
Does the person look significantly injured?
I'm glad you asked that. The person with Volo has completely lost their left arm. It is completely bandaged. There's
dang.
bandages
Oh,
covering
shit.
the face where you can only assume that it's a potential that an eye has been lost. They are holding themselves up with a staff or a stick, more or less, to prop as they have a horrid gait in their walk, as if bones have broken but have not been mended properly. This person looks like they've been thoroughly beaten.
Okay, without talking to anybody in the group, I would walk over and lay my hand on him, like on his shoulder, whatever, not his left shoulder, obviously.
Just stick a finger in his wound. Does this hurt? Let me help.
And I'll
Heal
cast
this.
I'll cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for that.
As Vessel made his way that way, I would have already been in tow just because that's where Volo was.
Okay.
21 points.
Okay. As the healing takes over the body, you see relief comes to his face. As you kind of assume that there's probably some severe pain that this person was in, and as they were holding onto the staff, they look over your shoulder, and granted, as you're walking up, a very familiar voice speaks out and says, "Mountain Dew."
Sorry, did you just say Mountain Dew?
Yes. Mountain Dew. It's been so long. I have not seen you in so many years.
I don't react to the name itself. I react to just seeing him in general. What has happened? What has happened to you? Where have you been?
He gestures with his shoulder as if he's trying to, you would assume, trying to put his hand on your shoulder, but there's no longer an arm to reach. And he looks at you and he goes, "They're not dead. They live."
Who's not dead?
Our people!
We
They
buried-
live!
We buried the bodies of thousands.
You're mistaken. Your mind is clouded like mine was. My mind has been cleared. As I was traveling on the road, I met a man, a cleric, who cleansed my mind. I had been fighting a basilisk. And he motions his arm. I was turned to stone. But he revived me. And in his wake of his revivification, I guess is the proper word. I don't know. I hate that. I need the word, but I can't think of the word. Anyway, in his wake of curing me and bringing me back, a spell has been lifted from my mind. We were there. We saw them be taken through a portal. They weren't dead. Those are false memories. And he leans back.
Can I insight check him to? Because Granite will not believe that because of what he been through and physically laying bodies in the ground. He's going to have a hard time believing that.
Give me an insight check.
Oh. 6.
Looks to be telling his stark cold truth as ever before. He said, your mind has been clouded just like mine. Just like our sisters. I
Have you seen
remember.
her?
I have not been back. I have only come for you as soon as I found out. You're the only one who can help. I am in no shape to work anymore.
I can't.
You must get the fog lifted from your brain. Do you know
Oh.
anyone?
Knowing what I know now, and I turn to Vessel and ask him if this is something that he's capable of doing to clearing a mind.
That's a very good question. Stand by.
I think this is not.
I don't
it
think
is.
so.
It's not the. I want
No.
to call it the entry level mind. Entry level.
The answer is no.
Yeah, the answer is no. But there's clerics within the group that can.
Yeah. That's beyond my capabilities. However, there may be someone back at the Spire who could help.
Granite sits down. And you can see Granite is really having a hard time with all of this.
White Oak sits down next to Granite.
It's been so long. Where did you travel to? How?
I left for the plains to hunt, just to gather, just to collect my thoughts, just like you were. It stung. I didn't know what to do. I began to travel. I went east towards the mountains from the plains, went into the mountains, and began to make a life in the mountains. I closed myself off to the world. During my time in the mountains, I just lived self-sufficiently. It wasn't until last week when stirrings of creatures beyond the scope that we've ever seen in the forest began making their way down the mountain. Something I didn't understand. Never before I have seen these. Even the basilisks. Never have I seen a basilisk this far down. They stayed in the mountains, the mountaintops, rather. It caught me off guard while I was out hunting. Fortunately, a map maker who happened to walk by, or a map maker discovered me whilst I was out and frozen and petrified. I lost my arm, but upon being healed and brought back from petrification, his magic cleared my mind. As soon as I remembered, I knew I had to come find you. I had heard through the grapevine that you had set up residence in Waterdeep.
Am I okay? Just real quick, am I gonna notice that like at first he said a cleric found him and revived him, and then he said a map maker found him? Like, is there?
That's DM error. I meant to say.
Okay. Oh, okay.
The cleric is the one. The cleric was the one who cured his petrification. The map maker found him.
Okay, got it.
They were traveling together, more or less.
Sure. You I made my way here and through the north. I went through. I can't talk. I went through the forest and made my way across the lands, just trying to find my place in this world after losing so much. And I made my way here, and I fell in with my new group, my new family, and I introduced everybody to White Oak.
White Oak turns, nods his head, and introduces himself as Mountain Dew's brother.
Abigail, pleased to meet you.
Likewise.
Penelope waves from a distance.
He shuffles, sets his staff at an angle on the table, and waves at Penelope.
I forgot I only had one arm. I don't know if anyone's close enough for her to hear that, but she definitely said it probably a little too loud.
Anybody standing next to Penelope?
I would have heard it.
There's a table of guys who are drinking and are like, ooh. Don't say something like that.
Okay. Let's. But you've not checked in on Willow Bend.
No, I have not yet. Like I said, you were the one who I needed to reach first. You were the protector before Father left you in charge. We can go and see Willowbend.
Are you in any condition to travel?
With time and rest.
I mean, you've made it this far as you were.
If I rest, more so. I've made it here through grit and determination. Trying to pass the torch.
You did it with true grit.
The information that came upon my mind after I was restoration. That is what the damn spell is called. Brain. After my restoration, I knew I had to get to you.
Okay.
You will be the one who can save them.
I will invite White Oak back to our tavern where he can take up rest there. He can stay in my room,
Okay.
and I'll invite Vessel to travel along with us if he's interested. Back to the tavern.
I'll accompany.
We
I'll
have a
thank.
tavern. Do you drink? Do you drink alcohol? Do you eat food? We have food too.
I don't drink or eat.
How do you poop?
I don't defecate.
The hatch in the back that just dropped.
A solid brick falls out.
Oil changes.
Gross.
Oh,
I
God.
explained to her like a child that there are quite a few natural processes that she would go through that I don't require, such as eating, breathing.
Do you bleed? What happens if you get stabbed? Do you bleed?
Let's
No.
say this conversation happens on the way to the tavern.
Okay.
That's fine. It's gonna be this the whole way.
Volo
Oh.
waves his hand at y'all and says, "It's good to see you again."
Bye, Volo.
I thank him for messaging me. I wouldn't have forgot that.
No problem.
Are you made of wood? Are you made of metal? Do you wear armor? What happens if you catch on fire?
I just hold my arm out and let her like mess with my arm.
Oh, she is poking. She is bending things.
Good luck trying to bend something. My skin is made of armor. That's how I work.
If you pick me up, she like hangs off your arm.
I don't know. Do I need to make a strength check for this?
Make a strength check.
Can you pick up an 11-year-old girl?
You're only 7 foot tall.
Roll a 1, you shitty wizard.
What am I? Is it just straight strength?
Yeah, just make a strength check. Straight strength.
22.
Yeah,
Oh,
no
God,
problem.
Yeah.
You pick your arm up and she's dangling her feet on the off the ground as you walk. There's no issue.
Cool.
She has a new toy.
That's not fair. You're not a toy, are you? Like are you a person? You don't poop though, so I'm having.
She's having a hard time dealing with it. You seem alive, but you don't poop.
Do you dream? Do you have dreams?
That's a personal question.
That's fair.
So get White Oak back to the tavern and get him up in my room where he can rest.
Yeah, he sits down on the bed and he looks at you and he goes, "Listen, I need to tell you what fully happened that day." He said, "We three all came upon the city, or all came upon the village at the end. Just like we were made to believe when the city was destroyed. But that's not the case. We walked in upon a mass exodus of our village. Our townsfolk, our village peoples being led through a portal. And at the head of the portal, pardon me, my notes closed. At the head of the portal, there was a slender, muscular, humanoid, male. He was about 6 foot tall. He had a number of plant-like features upon his body, and woody antlers and thorn-like spikes on his shoulders. He had lichens that grew from his forearms like bracers, and a mane of green leaves in place of his hair. And his eyes were green and glowed. And he looked upon us as we walked up, and he goes, "Oh, there's more of you. I don't need this. You're all trouble. We have enough what we need." And he waved his hand in front of our faces. And it was at that point where we all remembered coming upon the destruction of our village.
You have to forgive me. The reality that I've lived and the horrors of burying our loved ones in the ground thrive within me.
I understand.
Sometimes fuels and pushes me to be who I am and do the things that I have done.
I
And
understand,
now
but it's all
you're telling
fake.
me that a lie.
It's all a lie. Dig up the bodies. You'll see. There's nothing there. Have your mind cleared. Do you have anybody who has magic?
Yeah, we have those that are capable, and if not, I'm sure we know people that are capable of getting us in touch with those that can.
What harm does it do then? For your brother's sake. For our people's sake.
Penelope's gonna go up to Granite and be like, if your people need help, and you're the only one that can help them, we should help them. Even if it's a trap, if it's something else, you've got us. I'm not going anywhere.
I know. I'm not gonna deny my brother what he's asking. I lived so much pain. I carried those bodies and burdens with me everywhere I went for so long. And then Grim left. And then Nephromax. And now I'm being told that part of what I am and who I am is not what I'm supposed to remember. It's just been a very long day. Rest here, White Oak. You're welcome to stay as long as you need.
I think I shall.
Anything that the tavern can provide is for you to have.
I appreciate it, brother. And he leans back onto the bed and slowly turns and closes his eyes to try and rest.
I'll put my arm around Penelope and kind of guide her out of the room as we talk about what's going on with the brother. Make my way back downstairs to see what time of day that all this crap is happening, because I'm sure there's people in the tavern.
Make him away.
Make them away.
Downtown. I'm sorry, downstairs.
You all make your way back down.
Oh, whoever was up there with us, I don't know if anybody followed upstairs.
Oh, Penelope
I just
would've.
assume Penelope follows me around a little bit. I follow her around, so it's kind of a mutual thing.
Is it just us two up there? Did anybody else come?
I would assume Vessel would probably stay down, being a guest.
Yes.
And Abigail.
I'll
and
say
Erwin-
I accompanied, I guess. Yeah.
Erwin. Okay.
Same.
Vessel stayed down. Everybody else went up.
That's fair. We'll come back and we'll reconvene with Vessel, and we'll.
Penelope runs off and grabs drinks and brings them to where everybody's sitting. She
Is
looks at
Penelope
Vessel.
booty-
She's holding a cup. She's just staring at him. It's like, you just want to pretend to like be included.
I take the cup from her and set it on the table in front of me.
That worked.
This wouldn't be the first time I'm surrounded by people drinking that expect me to have a beverage, so
I don't know what to do with you. I'm sorry if that's offensive, but I'm very lost.
you're doing just fine.
Oh, good. I thought the pooping comment was too much.
Oh.
Granite will sit down with the group and To make the long story, ungodly long story short, he'll explain that what he believes to be his truth, that he's one day defending the village, there was an additional attack while the first group was out defending. The village was attacked by another group that came in from behind, wiped out everybody. And upon returning with his brother and his sister, they buried the bodies of the remaining villagers. They tore down the houses and turned them into monuments. And I'm lacking a word here.
Shrines, maybe tombs.
Tombs. We'll say tombs, and then reinforced the temple of Sylvanus, and turned it from our village into the Ashbound Grove, where everybody is, where Willow Bend is responsible as the caretaker of the cemetery now. So everybody's caught up on those odds and ends.
So we're gonna go, right?
I was gonna say,
now with this,
at this moment, I can take a back seat. This is all y'all right now.
So at this point, the conversation comes to, I need to check on Willow Bend.
Well, yeah, you're like family to me, so I'd be more than happy to accompany you.
Checking on Willowbend is great, and we'll go, but do you not need to clear your mind first? Like your brother had asked?
I intend to try to do that. Being late in the evening, I doubt we'll have means of having access to that immediately, but maybe we could send word to Vajra. She may be able to assist.
Well, I think the clerics could help us with that. Would they not be able to, Vessel?
In what way were you thinking?
My brother keeps mentioning that my mind is clouded.
Undo his mind fog.
Ah,
Not you specifically. I meant the clerical order of sad early morning.
The
I want to
spiders
go back
of
to
morning.
the cleric of Sad Day. Where's Sad Day?
Cleric of sad people.
we can always try.
I don't want to impose on you. You've already been a great help to us.
Well, and she like sort of like, what's the word? Puffs herself up a bit. She's like, well, I've made a sizable contribution to the Church of Morning, so I believe they'll be more than amenable to helping us.
Your generosity is sometimes overwhelming.
I am quite magnanimous.
Granted, doesn't know what that word means. As long as she's not bleeding somewhere, Granite's okay with that.
Well, I
maybe-
suggest we all get a good rest, and then go in the morning, in the early sad morning.
So I'll make an arrangement with Vessel to meet up tomorrow at the temple.
Okay.
That will work with me.
Do you want to stay here? Or are you going to go back to the temple?
I believe I will go back to the temple for now.
Okay. I don't know if there's a lot to do here with everyone asleep. We have a ghost.
You seem to have piqued his interest with that one.
Lift slowly floats in a
We can't see it.
corporeal. Hold on now. In a
Oh, yeah, go
corporeal form now.
Oh,
Oh, look at, you can see him. Normally he's just moving stuff around.
yeah.
And he
Wow.
writes on one of his little mirrors, little dusty mirror, "Hi." He turns.
Do you need assistance with removing this ghost?
No,
No.
he It's his bar. He works here.
Glass goes flying across the bar, just like across Vessel's head.
He doesn't mean it, Lee. He doesn't mean it. He doesn't mean it.
No. Liff is fine. Liff is our friend.
Okay. And then I slowly turn around and leave, heading back to the spires.
Okay.
I thought he'd be more intrigued by that, but he's just all right.
Hundreds of people come to this tavern and see shit float around. Granted, most of them are drunk. So they're probably rolling at disadvantage anyway.
Okay, so Vessel, you head back to the spire, filled with intrigue and
Confusion.
The rest of you have a choice to retire for the night, continue conversing, if there's a particular thing that you want to discuss.
As Vessel leaves, Granite will take his leave, and he'll make his way upstairs, and he's going to sit in the floor of Nephromax's room and meditate.
Okay. Everyone else taking their leave for the night?
Just
I
gonna
will
take
retire for the night.
retiring to my room to
Okay.
this off day.
Everybody takes
Well,
to their rooms.
Well,
for their evenings.
Penelope's gonna go into Nephrax's room after everyone else has gone off and stand in the door with Granite sitting on the floor.
He's full on trying to give the meditation a try, just like he did with Grim and just like he did with Nephromax. He's going to sit with his legs crossed. He's doing the hand thing. He's got his eyes closed.
She's gonna say, "Do they not like us?"
Who is they, little one?
Everyone that keeps leaving.
I don't think it's that they don't like us. People are going to come and go into your life, and it's just the way that things are. It's not easy. And those that have an impact on you in the short time that they're with you makes it hurt all the more when they're gone. For me, I've lost quite a few people. And those that we have now, I'm still going to do the things that I do for everybody. I'm going to protect. And if it's their time to go, then it's their time to go.
She's gonna wipe her eyes with the back of her hand and nod and say, "I guess so," and walk back to her room.
And as night falls, everybody's left to their devices.
Granite's looking through his journal in between failing at meditating.
You all get a restful sleep except for Granite. Being presented with a reality that is completely opposite of what he has firmly believed. Granite, you will take a point of exhaustion.
Gotcha.
Meditating never pays off.
Exhaustion level 1. Got it.
All right. The morning comes.
Oops.
You all wake up and are ready to start the day with tasks at hand. We'll say everybody meets down at the entryway of the tavern.
Drinking coffee before we have crazy mornings again.
Getting their coffee in the morning.
I will not Irish my coffee.
What would you like to do?
I'll greet the group. Make sure everybody's got their affairs in order, and then let them know that I'm going to meet with Vessel at the temple if they're interested in following along.
I will go along.
Yeah.
Penelope bursts downstairs, full of energy, chipper as shit.
Penelope being Penelope.
Let's go. I have an old man to harass.
Okay. You all gather together and make your way to the spires of the morning, which you do not get. You woo. Whoops. No, you do not get lost this time on your way, as you have full understanding what direction you're going, and you reach the spires, and Vessel is outside waiting for you.
All right, so I'll approach Vessel. Morning.
Greetings.
Vessel, during the evening hours when you returned back to the temple, you had already made preparations for Granite's restoration.
Sounds good to me. If you will follow me this way.
Do so.
Would it have been Athazar that's going to attempt this as well, or something
This
else?
would not happen to be Athazar.
This is also a question Penelope would have asked Vessel.
Well, let me
There's a
get the answer
question.
first, then I'll answer your question.
Okay. So what question? What question would Penelope be asking?
Are they going to see Althazar?
That would the immediate answer would be no.
Okay, she's gonna say, "Can I see Althazar while y'all do this thing?"
Vessel, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna legit leave it to you. Do you want to? Do you want to?
Athazar is busy with other plans he had for the day.
Morning services.
Morning services, yes.
Where's
There
he
you
hold those
go.
at?
Morning services are held in the main temple.
Or
They're held in the main temple.
where's the main temple at where we are?
I'll point her in the rough direction.
Yeah, you point her to the room that's right across from the from the large circular room. There's a doorway, a double doorway that's on the opposite side that you walk through, and then there's an even larger circular room where services are held every morning, noon, and evening.
Penelope's gonna look at Granite and be like, "I will message you guys when I'm done.
Don't wander too far. I still may need you.
I'll be here."
Don't worry,
Unless
Granite.
we-
She is safe within these walls.
It's not her I'm worried about.
Penelope wonders, "I'm safe wherever I am."
Okay, so Vessel begins to lead you all into an opposite door, from the scrying room. You were being led to the High Radiance Gintilara. Sorry, these names are sometimes woof. You're being led
You
to
could change
meet.
it, and we'd never know.
I know, but I like to keep them. I mean, this is Waterdeep. I like to try at least keep it Waterdeep.
I got you.
You are led to High Radiance Gintalara, the leader of the Morning of the Spires in Waterdeep. This is the High Priestess. And
Yeah. Okay.
as you open the door and let in, the High Radiance herself greets you all and looks towards you, Vessel, and says, which one would be Granite?
I'll step forward at the mention of my name.
Ah, yes. For your services in Waterdeep, I will grant you this restoration that Vessel has requested on your behalf. If you will come with me over to, well, my desk.
Okay. So I'll be seated wherever. I mean, I'm in a foreign territory, so I don't move until I'm invited to move somewhere or sit down somewhere.
All right.
So I move towards the desk.
Yeah, she leads you over. She walks around the desk. And she says, this will only take a moment. And she places her hand on your forehead. And a bright light flashes from her hands.
I'm not ready for this.
And we're going to stop right there. And Penelope, you bust down through the doors into the morning services. And in the distance, you see Prior Athasar at his podium speaking the text for Lathander to the patrons of the church. And
I would have entered quietly. I wouldn't just like kick a door in. You know, she's respectful of religion.
really? Really?
Yeah.
All right. So you slip in.
I have a question
Slip
real
in.
quick.
Uh-huh.
Is Vessel the only one of his kind as a cleric in this temple? Is everybody else humanoid in other ways?
From what you've seen, Vessel is the only one
Okay.
that's like Vessel.
All right. Just for reference, I didn't think about asking that earlier.
No. Vessel is
Thank you.
a one of a kind so far. You have never seen anything like Vessel before.
Fantastic. Thank you.
You slip in, and Prior Athasar is giving his morning sermon to the patrons. What are you doing, Penelope?
I wanna find a seat within 100 feet of him.
Uh-huh.
And I just want to sit down, and I'm going to wait until there's a natural lull in his sermon.
Uh-huh.
And then once he stops speaking for what I feel like is going to be a good second or two, I'm going to cast message to him and be like, hi, it's Penelope. I know this is a bad time, but I need a favor.
Okay. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
Just when you get time, I'm right here. And she's going to wave at him.
The Prior Athasar is at his podium, and you see him. He's speaking on about Lathander, and then he pauses after he finishes his sentence, and then his face kind of just drops, and then he grabs the podiums from the side, and then he begins to span the whole parish. What's the word? Parish. That's it. He begins to scan the parish, and then there you are, in the distance, waving. And then a defeated sigh comes across, as in he picks back up right where he was continuing his sermon.
And she will wait patiently. No more interrupting, just hanging out, enjoying whatever this god is about.
flashback to the main room where the brightness has come to a close on you, Granite. And flooding into your mind are visions of what truly happened to your village. There was no attack. There was no destruction. Your village was spirited away right before your eyes by a tall, muscular, green, plant-like person. And everything that your brother had been saying is true.
He sits in disbelief. He doesn't say anything. He just sighs.
Her high radiance looks at you and says, well, the spell has taken its effect. You see her eyes flash once more as she hovers her hand above your head. I see no more magics affecting you.
Did I get rid of my point of exhaustion?
No. Oh wait, no. Yeah, that is a recovery, or a restoration. Yes, your point of exhaustion is gone. I forgot about that.
I didn't. That's why I was waiting.
Nice.
I did not forget. I'll get rid of this exhaustion.
You feel refreshed.
Excellent.
When he's sleeping, you got high level cleric spells.
Right?
She looks to you and says, your mind is your own. I can do no more for you.
Your time and generosity is greatly appreciated. And I'll turn sitting in the chair to see who all's standing there.
It is everybody except Penelope.
And then I'll let them know that my brother was right, that everything that I've known about my family being destroyed is a lie. I must make my way to Willow Bend. I need to visit the Ashbound Cemetery.
Then I will accompany you.
That's
Where
why.
is Penelope?
Oh, poor Penelope.
We need a poor Penelope.
Not poor Penelope, poor
Those poor
everyone else
Asher.
in this area.
Or,
The paladin is like,
That's
oh my
so-
god, where is the child?
the leash was not tight enough.
I will thank
Can't leash this dragon.
them for their time. Again, I will thank Vessel for his assistance in all of this.
The high radiance looks and says, yes, it is the least I could do for some of the help that you've done to the city. Now, if you do excuse me, I have things that I must attend to personally. Vessel, will you continue to serve our guests?
And I'll look at Vessel, and we need to find Penelope before she creates chaos.
Or fix the chaos she has already created.
She's done nothing wrong.
Nope, we know. Well, we also know
We
what
don't
she's
know that.
capable of. So I'll make my way out of the room.
I will remain in the room momentarily.
Okay. Does everybody else pick their way out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Everybody wakes her out. High Radiance looks at you, Vessel, and says, is there a problem, Vessel?
I would like to request a leave of absence.
Leave? What for?
I've had questions in the past, and you have danced around them, but I get the feeling from this group of adventurers that not only can I be of assistance to them, but I feel as if they can be of assistance to me as well.
See, her brow furrows, narrows. Okay. I will grant you your leave. We will see where your travels take you then.
Thank you. And I leave the room.
The High Radiance turns quickly and heads back to her desk as you walk out the room.
All right, I will catch back up with the rest of the group and try to help them, lead them towards the chamber where the morning stuff is occurring.
Sure. You are all led to where Prior Athasar is giving his sermon, surreptitiously opening the door and sliding in at the very back. You see him just beginning to come to the conclusion of his sermon. Vessel, you've heard it time after time after time. This is one of the old tried and true what's the word I'm looking for? Why do I keep blanking today?
One of his go-to sermons, kind of thing.
Yeah, this is the old go-to for on a day where it's just a regular day. So there's no new meanings behind for the day. It's ending, and the parish rises and begins to file their way out as he begins to quickly turn and try to make an exit out the backside of
Oh, Penelope's moving.
the backside of his stage and pulpit.
See, what spells do I have that can assist me in such...
Give me a dexterity check to try to cue through the mass of people, Penelope. If you're going to chase him.
Don't let me down. Ooh, that's not bad. 18. Oh, wait, yeah, 18.
With the swiftness and deftness of a rogue, you slide through all the people and manage to get within spitting distance of the prior before he is able to open the door.
What'd you say his name was? Athazar?
Athazar, Prior Athazar.
Mr. Athazar.
He stops.
I'm sorry. I know. I am.
Turns.
Please, just one favor, and I won't ask you again.
What can I do for you, little one?
I really need to find that wizard. I'm going to be leaving town. I won't be back for a long time, so I won't bother you again.
Okay.
Wait.
All right. We're going to just do this right here. And he turns and he walks back towards on the stage.
She kind of looks like, does she need some, like, candles or something?
He looks at you. He goes, "It's all pomp and circumstance." And he sits down on the stage. And the rest of you all begin to make your approach as he begins casting.
Come on, Daniels, guys. Don't fuck me over this time.
I'm rolling my silver one and my purple one. Unless you want to make a choice on which die I roll, I'll give you that one.
I'll be the silver one. No, I'll be the purple one.
All right, Penelope is purple. We'll say silver is your target.
Better not let me down, Matt.
Unfortunately,
Fuck you, Matt.
if you would have left it the opposite direction, it would have been just fine. But in this instance, the scry is still blocked. with a roll of 6 for Penelope and 15 for the target.
Okay, she's frustrated. She's going to go up to him and be like, listen, this wizard killed my family. If you can just keep an ear out for anything you hear about him.
Given how powerful this person seems to be as being able to block my sight, I'm sure we will hear from this person at some point.
I believe he's a servant of Tiamat or some stupid, I don't know. He's evil, mean, hateful wizard.
We shall see. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Give him a hug and run away.
All right, he takes the hug and you run off. You all had witnessed a very quick and dirty scry spell, and Penelope has dashed out to join you all.
I don't know, that guy doesn't seem what he's all cracked up to be.
Not everybody has. Not everybody has good days.
I'm just surprised at what my rolls I'm in, man.
It's been 2 days, Grant. 2 days. 2 days in a row. I'm not feeling this whole Lathander guy.
Let's see, maybe there's others that can assist you in what you're searching for. And speaking of which, we need to gather my brother and see if he wants to travel with us.
Oh, was it true?
Indeed, apparently he was correct. Everything that I knew to be true is a lie.
I feel like I should say I'm sorry, but it's also good.
I don't know what to feel either, so it's okay to be confused.
Well, let's go find your family then.
As long as nobody has any objections to that, my goal would be to go back to the tavern and get my brother.
Okay. Is there anything that anybody wants to take care of? Or do you want to...
I'd like to talk to Granite.
Okay.
Kind of like as we're walking back to the
Sure.
manor or to the tavern, I just pull him aside real quick.
Okay. Granite, you're kind of positioned or motioned to fall back behind the group ever so slightly to give yourself a moment with Vessel as the rest of the group leads the way.
Sure, I'll drop back.
I do not know the makeup of your group, but you seem to be more in a leadership position than others. I have been granted a leave of absence from the Spires of the Morning and have requested to assist you and your party further. I just wanted to make sure that I was not imposing myself.
You are free to travel with us if you wish. These people are my family. And we've had many come and go through our time here in Waterdeep. Grant is having a hard time with everything today, so I say granted, I'm having a hard time with everything. Please, you're more than welcome to join us on our travels, and be it that you find what you're looking for along the way, just let us know. For it seems to be the running trend that they just leave without word.
Or die without word.
I make you this promise. When my time with you and your group is complete, I will make sure you are well aware of it ahead of time.
Greatly appreciate. As I look towards the group, I say look towards the group. It's Abigail, Penelope, and Erwin walking away. I just wonder how much of my actions that I thought were, well, how much of my past I thought being true led me to where I am, how things would have been different had I have known ahead of time. And I'll pat Vessel on the shoulder and as we walk towards to catch up.
Okay. You all catch back up with everybody and reconvene at the Troll Skull Tavern. Down in the tavern, you actually see White Oak. He looks to be partaking of some morning food and seems to be in better condition than you saw him yesterday.
You're looking spry, considering.
Well, your cleric friend definitely helped a lot yesterday, and a good night's rest, not on the floor, on the ground, but in a bed, can do wonders.
There are times I miss those days. And I explained to him what happened, where we just came from.
Yeah, so you know what I know now. The truth. This mysterious plant person spiriting away our people.
We need to go check on Willow Bend. Because if our minds were clouded, hers must still be.
Well, you must travel.
When you are ready and able. I have a couple of minor things I need to tend to here in Waterdeep before we turn away. I want to make sure everybody else has what they need as well.
Philip just says everything I own is in this backpack.
He goes, White Oak says, I can definitely wait. That's not a problem. A couple more days of rest will do me good. Get me back on my feet fully. We can make haste that direction. He turns and says, you might want to find out more about this thing that took our people. Maybe there's somebody who can tell you more about him, or what it is, or where it's from.
So we spent a substantial amount of time living in that village. Would we know, or would we have an idea, or would Granite have an idea of what that thing may be?
Nope.
Okay.
This is beyond what Granite has seen before.
That's fair.
Oh, hey. We could go to the Black Tower. I bet they would know something. There's a bunch of wizards in there.
You have a odd obsession with wizards.
Hey, wizards suck. They're so boring. All they do is study. Study magic. Who studies magic? She does fire things in her hands. She's like, it's easy. I don't know why everybody's reading books. So boring.
Nonetheless, I do recommend gaining some insight into what you're trying to find, or what we're trying to find.
We'll follow through with that. I'll make sure the group is informed that Vessel will be joining us on his trek. And then I want to try to find Abigail, and if she happens to be right there, I want to pull her aside and talk to her.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm right here.
Okay. So we'll make our way to another section of the bar where they're doing their thing, and I can talk to Abigail. We've had quite a few people come and go, and I'm really struggling with this. It's not been easy on me, and I just found out that most of my family is still alive, or could be alive. There may be times where I'm not thinking clearly, and I want you to help me refocus.
She puts her hand on his shoulder. You guys are my family, and mean just as much as to me as we do to you. So you can count on me. I'll be there for you.
Really appreciate it. If something comes up or something happens where you have to go, all I ask is you please let me know.
I will. I'm just as hurt by all this as you are. I won't do the same.
You realize that their well-being, it falls on my shoulders because they're willing to follow me somewhere that they've never been.
Yes.
I can't ask them to endanger themselves for me, knowing what waits out there.
Of course.
They're going to follow us. They're going to follow me out there because they are concerned for me and they care. I need your help to protect them.
You can count on me. I'll be there to help protect as best I can as well.
That's all I ask.
But you have my word. She nods to Granite.
Okay.
And my axe and my sword. Oh,
You know who else might come in handy? Hamlin. No, I'm sorry, I'm just kidding.
I choked
heard my
Abigail to
name.
death.
I'm in the bar.
She doesn't say that.
I just wanted to get some food. I know what character, by the way, you were talking about, Curtis.
Okay.
I'll tell you after we're done.
It's going to drive me crazy.
Yeah, you'll.
Okay, so Granite's not mentally prepared, but he's as prepared as he's ever going to be for this day. I don't know what else is supposed to be convening on this day, but if we're going to end up doing some sort of couple of day skip, he's going to talk to Rainier about making sure everything for the tavern is in order. Making sure that Vajra knows that we're leaving town, that there are some things that need to be taken care of, and I'm going to have to be I'll be out of the reach of the Gray Hand.
Mm-hmm.
That's really all Granite had going, other than whatever else anybody else needed to.
I mean, that includes Averdale, who is also part of the Greyhands, I do believe.
We're all
Was she?
Greyhands.
I'm looking at
I
that.
know Penelope was.
Yep. No, Order the Gauntlet is what Averdale was part of it.
Yeah.
So
Vajra is good.
gonna let them know.
Yeah, and I'll let Vajra know that Penelope will be with me as we go.
We do need to speak with them. Not her specifically, but she's with the Black Tower.
Right.
Yeah. Because are you going to research?
Well, right.
Or-
I mean, yeah, we were going to eventually try to make our way that way, but I didn't want to jump ahead of everybody else trying to do whatever they needed to do.
Yeah, because at this point, from my gathering, it's the research is what you're going. You've got researching that you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to go to Willowbin, and Penelope's trying to kill Seth Crowley.
Oh yeah, I do have to do that.
I mean, it's on a list of things to do. Maybe we do it later. We'll come back and do it later. So Rainier would have been first on the list to let him know that the tavern is going to have to be manned and kept watch.
Which that's not a problem. Rainier's done it before. He's part owner. By the way, technically there are only 2 people who own this tavern. You do realize, or 3 people: Rainier, Granite, and Abigail. All the rest of y'all have no stake in this tavern.
Not as far as Penelope's concerned. She owns the place.
In her own mind, she does.
Well, home away from home, and that's never had to be a thing to be discussed. So
I just thought it was. It dawned on me. As soon as you said that earlier, TJ, I was like, "No, you don't." I was like, "None of you do."
Oh, TJ knows. Real quick though, Penelope is going to leave. Just important business. I'll be back. And she's going to make her way to wherever she thinks Seth Crowley would be, which is probably whatever the main guard area is. I forget. The headquarters.
Yeah, the headquarters of the town guard in this sector, which it's the north side of the sector. It's not Castle Ward, it's I forgot. Field Ward is where Troll Skull is.
I don't have the map.
I don't remember off the top of my head, unfortunately. But yeah, you head that direction.
That's where she's going.
Okay. Does anybody else have anything that they want to try and accomplish? Or I know I'm trying to weave some stuff in, but some things I've got to review and weave in another form and manner for next time.
Nothing that I can think of for Everdale. I'll have to talk to you about that.
Okay. Yeah, because I need information from you, and I've got to review everything from Steph because I haven't read that in months. Okay. Penelope, you reach the headquarters of the guard. You are met by bog standard guard there.
Hello, bog standard guard.
Not Hamlin. I'm going to try and retire Hamlin.
She's going to walk in and be like, hello, I would like to speak with Sergeant Seth Crowley, if he is available. My name is Penelope. He knows who I am.
The town's guard looks at you and says, is there a problem?
There could very well be. I have heard some, what's the word? Critical or damning information. And it's important that I speak with him.
About?
Sort of a, I don't know who to trust kind of thing.
Well, we're the town guard. You can always trust us.
Can I, though?
Of course.
Can I make like a persuasion check?
Sure. Oh, you want to persuade him to let you talk to? Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Come on, Dash. You did me good last time. That's not bad. What's my persuasion? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Ooh, that's 19.
19.
Yeah.
I'll use with the brass one. Yeah, okay. He goes, okay, well, hold on one minute. I will go get him. He heads to the back. A couple of minutes later, a very familiar town's guard makes his way to you. Let's see. What was that? It was this is gonna be bad. All right, what can I do for you?
Hi, Sergeant. It's me, Penelope.
Right.
Can I speak with you in private, please?
Sure, I guess so. What
Excellent.
do you need?
Well, I heard something, and I need to talk to you about it.
wasn't your ukulele there, was it?
No. Wait, why'd you bring it? It's a mandolin. Why?
Well, the last time we talked about it, you got mad at me when I said your playing sucked.
Because you were wrong. Anyways, no, it's not. It's a mandolin.
Mandolin, gotcha.
Thank you.
Ukulele, okay.
I heard from... she just takes a deep breath. I heard from an informant that the town guard had been scrying on me. And I want to know why.
He looks at you and deadpan says, I don't know what you're talking about.
Do I believe him?
You can roll an insight check.
Doing real good, Dice. I need you to keep it up. That's also not bad. Character sheet. Oh, insight's not great. 15.
Oh, yeah, he seems to be spinning a web.
Listen, I know that I'm a kid, but I've been through a lot, and I'm going through a lot. And I just want to know why. Because I haven't done anything. Well, that's not true. I just want to know why the town guard is spying on me.
That is information I cannot tell you.
This is fixing to go poorly.
And at this time, I would ask you to stop prying.
I'm not going to. And I'm going to find out why. She's going to take a deep breath.
You
And
can
walk
look
out.
at her. Okay.
And flip him off. I don't like you, Crowley.
Have a nice day.
You.
Enjoy playing your ukulele.
It's a.
He goes back inside.
I'm gonna burn this place down.
All right.
She's gonna stop. She's gonna turn around. Do you know Balnor what the fuck was his last name?
Pendergast.
Pendergast. Do you know Balnor Pendergast?
Make an insight check.
One more round the thing. 13.
He looks at you and says, no. You can't really read anything about it.
She's gonna walk out and leave.
Okay.
And head back to where everyone's at.
All right. Well, while Penelope is out and gone, are the rest of you going to head towards the tower?
I wouldn't have gone to the tower without Penelope, so Granite would have ensured that.
I assume we would have decided to meet there.
Is that what you want to do then? Meet there?
Yeah.
Okay. You all make your way to the tower. And after a little bit of time, meet up with Vashra, because I'm assuming that's who you're going to go see.
That's the intent.
I kick in her door. Fashra!
Penelope! What have I told you about destroying tower property?
She looks back at the door. The door's fine. I've kicked it 100 times.
You know how many times we've replaced that door?
Surely not 100. I'm a little kid.
You got a pretty good kick.
I've kicked in more than one door.
Precisely. My door, many times.
My friend Granite, who you've met, and I don't know why I introduced him that way, needs help.
She looks at you, Granite. Granite, what can I do for you?
We're going to end up leaving Waterdeep. I have to travel back to my home lands. There's been some horrible disturbance out there, and things that I thought were true are not. And I'll start telling her the story so she's caught up.
Okay. During this time, while you were speaking to her, Vessel, give me a perception check.
1,000,000.
I mean, it's going to be really good.
That's okay.
Not if you have my dice.
19.
All right. You very distinctly see her crafting a spell and releasing towards your direction.
Towards me.
Towards you. Although you don't feel like anything has been affected you or anything has affected you.
I'm going to keep a very close eye on her now.
Wait, did you say she's casting magic at him?
She cast a spell and it was towards his direction, but there was no visible effect on him. You don't know this. You do not realize this. You are focused on her.
But would I have not noticed her casting magic? I'm a
I don't know.
magic
What's your passive perception?
Oh, it's not great. 14.
No. You wouldn't
Okay.
have noticed.
Don't feel bad. I'm standing right in front of her. My passive perception is 14, and I didn't see it. So
That's true. In fact, anybody who has 14 and lower in passive perception wouldn't have noticed this. Erwin. You're muted?
14.
14? Okay, yeah. You wouldn't have noticed either. Only Vessel. Only Vessel. Which is interesting considering it was the target.
I'm going to wait a minute. Wait until their conversation starts.
Okay. Vashra goes, well, that's certainly interesting. We do have books in our library that could possibly have this creature you are discussing. You're more than welcome in your group to go through the library and see if you can find any information.
greatly appreciated. I did want to come to you first and let you know that regardless of what we find, I will be leaving Waterdeep.
Understandable. We will await your return, certainly.
Penelope will be coming with me as well.
Understood.
Will you miss me?
No,
I'll miss you, though.
we'll miss your... Yeah. We'll miss your chaos. Try not to kill anyone.
I've never.
Saw a turtle
Just
do it
trails
once.
off.
Did you... Okay, so knowing where the library is, I'm going to make my way to the library. If everybody else is going to have conversations around or with Vashra, I can wait.
Okay,
I'm gonna-
and before that, go ahead, Vessel.
I was just going to say, I was going to follow Granite out, and as soon as I was outside of the room, I was going to cast Dispel Magic on myself.
Okay. What level?
Level 3.
Level 3? Okay, roll. I need you to roll for that.
I don't add anything to this?
This is
No, I guess not. Yeah, okay. This is 17.
yeah, 17. Okay. All right. You cast Dispel Magic on yourself. You don't notice anything at all.
Okay.
There's no any obvious of breakage of magic or releasing of magic on your person.
Thank you.
So we'll go to the library to find the keeper of the tomes.
As they do that, before Penelope leaves, she's gonna ask Vashra, "Hey, you haven't heard anything about D'Amato or any other evil red dragonborn wizards?"
Stops and thinks. I don't think I've ever heard of a dragonborn named D'Amato.
It might even be his real name. I don't know, but I've known him for a long time, and that was the name I knew him by.
Oh. Can't say that I do. I'm
If
sorry.
you hear of any evil red wizard dragonborn, just shoot me a message.
You'll be the first to know.
Thank you. I'm gonna kill him.
Okay. Good
I
luck
really
with
mean-
that.
I really mean that.
All right.
I miss you. Bye.
Bye. Don't kick my door.
It's open. I can't kick it closed, and I'd be in here with you, and that would be awkward.
All right. You make your way out. What would y'all like to do?
Let's go to Penelope's least favorite place in this whole tower,
The library.
the library.
I want to address whoever's keeping the tomes. Give them specific information of what I'm trying to find.
Okay. You'd walk into the library and there is a mousy looking fellow in a cloak who is sitting behind a desk. Seems to be the head librarian. And he sees you walk in and says, "Yes, can I help you?"
Here to do some research on a creature from the forest.
From the forest, you say? What type of creature?
I'll explain the creature because I can't remember it. Granite will explain the creature.
Okay. So, you begin to explain of this a humanoid creature with green manes of like, hold on one second. Let me pull the description up, Quinn. My phone doesn't recognize me anymore. All right. So, it is a 6 foot tall humanoid, slender man. But he has a number of plant-like features across his body, woody antlers, thorn-like spikes on his shoulders, lichen that grew on his forearms like bracers, and a mane of green leaves in place of hair and green glowing eyes. You explain this all to the librarian. He goes, don't think I've heard anything like that before. Sounds mythical in nature. Try the sections for shit, alright. Try the sections on the Feywilds. Maybe there could be something of creature like there. We don't have much, but it's possible.
And appreciate your time. And if the others were standing there and overheard it, then so be it. If they weren't standing there, I'll tell them that's what I'm going to go look at.
Does everybody else want to go and investigate as well?
I
I'll
will
go.
help. I speak
Everybody.
Sylvan, so I can assist.
I want everybody to make an investigation roll.
Yay, investigation.
We're gonna research. Da, 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 da.
Hey, this is Penelope's specialty.
Holy crap. I should.
Is it just a straight number? No, I have to add this, right?
No, you roll it and then you go to your skills and check your
21.
plus.
21.
Well
What
done.
else we got?
I got 19.
19. It's good.
14.
14. Vessel?
10.
10. Penelope?
Sorry, I was trying to see if my background gave me any advantage in this. It doesn't, but it is helpful. What'd you say it was? Investigation?
Yeah.
Ooh, 17.
11,
17.
17. Erwin,
Yes, sir.
you come across a very interesting passage in a book on the Feywild that seems to have a very similar description of what Granite has been talking about. In the passage, it seems to be called a Verdant Prince, and describes it as a usually cruel and tyrannical fae that only lived for their own desires. They cared nothing for their family, but enjoyed making bargains that would lead to strife and anguish of others. And then-
I pointed out to Granite and let him know this information.
I drop the book I'm looking at, and I look over her shoulder to see what she's reading.
Don't drop the books, please. Those
I don't hear him.
tomes are important. It goes on.
Did
to
White Oak
describe-
make that travel with us to the tower?
No, he stayed back.
Okay,
He's still resting.
that's fine.
Uh,
I make notes in my journal.
yeah. It continues on and gives a little bit more information that these creatures can be found in the forests of the Feywild. That they're strong. In magic, and they're magical beings. They have strong magical powers. And let's see, what else do I want to give?
Are we able to find out a weakness?
With a 21 roll, no. That information is not left within the book.
Would any of us be aware of what the Feywild actually is?
No. None of you, as far as I'm aware, from your backstory, have any information regarding the Feywild. How to get there, or what it is.
Okay, well then knowing that, my next step would be to talk to Vajra about the Feywild.
Okay. So we'll say you finish up your research regarding this creature. You've gotten everything that you can from the book that was available. There's not much more. You figure you probably have to go to any type of, not so much a school of wizardry, but a scholarly place that seeks information consistently. But you want to return to Vajra?
Or at least inquire about the Feywild, not to interrupt anything that she's got going on.
Head back up the tower to Vajra. Waiting for Penelope to try to kick the door in.
Penelope would have stayed in the library.
Penelope stays in the library.
She would have asked the library dude if there are any books on the Feywild specifically.
He looks at you, Penelope, and he goes, well, in the Feywild section where you were, there's not a whole lot of information there, though. Unfortunately, we don't typically deal in the Feywild.
Seems like a place of magic. A magic place of magic plant people would be something of interest.
Perhaps, but not of learned magical powers.
That's why you're so boring. Nobody likes wizards.
It hurts because it's true.
I'm sorry. I like you, Doug.
The rest of the group, while Penelope stays behind and continues her conversation with Doug the librarian, you all make your way back up to Vajra's office. And Vajra's like, "Oh, Granite, I saw you not long ago. What is it?"
We found information on the creature that we were looking for, but it speaks of being in the Feywild, which none of us know anything about.
The
What
Feywild,
is, or how to find this Feywild.
The Feywild is a very magical place. I've never been there myself. I've only heard of a few things from it personally. Time operates differently within the Feywild. If you go to the Feywild, I would suggest not staying long. There is a chance that you could be gone years. Or you could come back minutes from when you left. It's strange at how it operates. But I will say this also. Nothing is as it seems in the Feywild. Everything there is dangerous. Unless you were experienced, I would say stay away.
That's fair. Just needed to know, are there means of getting there if I need to?
Well, there are magical ways of getting there. You would need to have the capability to shift between the planes, but you would need a guidance, some form to take you to that place. Otherwise, you would never be able to get there. And I've heard stories of tears in the planes from the mortal realms to others as a possibility. Where these are, I do not know. These are conversations that were had years ago. Many high elves, wizards, sorcerers, those of a unique, to put it kindly, persuasion have described over time. To find those, you would have to find people who've seen them. These extravagant magic casters would probably be your best bet in that form.
Take some more notes. That's important to Granite. Anything, if it comes to this, we'll definitely be in touch with you so you're at least aware what we're attempting.
Understood.
In a few days, we will be making leave of town.
Okay.
So I'm good. I've got what Granite needs. So anybody else got to do a thing in a place.
Anybody else have anything?
Nope.
Nothing.
Okay. All right. I'm assuming everybody's going to head back to the tavern.
Guess so.
Okay. You all make your way from the Black Tower towards the tavern with a lot of information at hand. Things that have been hard to swallow, things that have been mysterious, and things that have been done strangely. But with the new companion, you all make your way back. And we will leave off there for today's episode. of the Adventuring Guild. Everyone, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank
Good
you for
job,
hosting.
team.
Yes, absolutely.
And I hope we will be back hopefully soon. We are returning to a once a month schedule as life has kind of slowly panned itself back out into normalcy. So we will all see you again very shortly on the Adventuring Guild. Thank you, everyone, and have a wonderful night. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Skinny shitty wizards.
Kitty shitty wizards.